Hi all, I'm here to show you how to use the Blake Archive, which is the main source we will be using to read Blake's illuminated books. And I say that sort of purposively because Blake's texts really need to be read alongside their illustrations or their etchings, for lack of a better word. So Blake really did not mean these things to be read separately. Oftentimes when we read Blake, we only see the words and we don't see the illustrations. And this really, not only does it not do Blake's text justice, but often it detracts from the meaning of what Blake is trying to convey here. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use the Blake Archive, and I'm going to go, so the first thing I want to do is go to Illuminated Books, which is basically the books that include illustrations, like the big books that we are used to reading. And in our class, we are going to be reading The Marriage of Heaven and Hell. So you can go down to The Marriage of Heaven and Hell and click on it. And you think you're all good, right? But there are many, many different copies of The Marriage of Heaven and Hell, okay? So we are going to go to, I think we're going to be using the one at the Bodleian in Oxford, England, 1790. A really important date, right? Because it's sort of right during the French Revolution, which is why this is in our Revolution section of our class. So I'm going to click on that, and you'll see, it'll take a while to come up because I'm recording, but you'll see a bunch of sort of illustrations, right? So this is the frontispiece of the 1890 Marriage of Heaven and Hell, and so you can look at this. I mean, this is just sort of the title page, so you can make out a lot of the words. That's not always going to be the case. So there's a bunch of things you can do. In this title page, though, it's really important to be able to understand the images, right? So let's see. You can magnify, and then you can mouse over the image so you can sort of see what's going on here. Huh, that's interesting. There's two people sort of copulating, and we don't know what gender they are. That might be something we might want to discuss. You can enlarge the entire image. And one of these days it'll do that. Yep, there you go. So now you can look at the entire image and see what I mean, this is just a ton of detail, y'all. And what's really amazing about it is that Blake did this all, as an etching. So as I'll talk about in class, he's doing this all backwards, right? So that when he prints it on the copper plate, it will all, make sense. Like when you try to write something and then stand in front of a mirror and your shirt is backwards, that kind of thing. So there's that. I'm going to get rid of magnify here. The one that you guys are probably going to be using more than anything is diplomatic transcription. So again, right here, it's just the title, big deal, right? But when you get to object 2, you are going to see a lot of text. And sometimes it's hard to make out Blake's text, so it's really important to look at the transcription. And there's a way that you can compare this to other, I'm trying to find, they changed this thing. I think it's objects from the same matrix, yes. So they changed the thing, I'm sorry, they just changed the archive. But the same matrix will give you, okay, well that's really interesting. This one seems kind of bland. In fact, I'm thinking maybe we won't go with the Oxford one. But look at this one. This one is another version of Marriage of Heaven and Hell, and here the colors are really, really different, right? So we can look at that one. Hello, come on. There we are. Okay, and get rid of magnify again. I think this thing is stuck here. But so here you'll see that, the colors are very, very different. And we can talk about why that might be. When it was printed, his wife Catherine did most of the watercoloring. So that's a really interesting choice. Actually, I think we're going to go ahead and use this copy because it's much more colorful. So this is copy C that I think we're going to go ahead and use then. Yeah, this one. And so, yeah, Bentley, Erdmann, and Keynes, yeah? And so that's how you use that, and you can compare them, and yeah, and so I just find it a much more realistic experience of reading Blake than, reading him in some textbook where all you see is the words. As you can see, he put a lot of attention into his illustrations, and not just, sort of in his text, but also in the, you can use this magnify function to see like what the hell's going on with all these little blades of grass and all these little birds flying around in the margins, right? And so it's just a really fascinating experience of reading Blake, much more like it would have been like if we were, actually reading these books in person. So hopefully that is helpful. Oh, and I should say, to get to the archive, you just go www.blakearchive.org, but it's also obviously on OAKS under one of your links. I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions.